It's the 17th of September 2025. Time to rouse ourselves from our beds in our beachside resort in Ouidah. Get some breakfast and morning coffee, and then we're off to see one of the local sites of Ouidah, Kpasse's sacred forest. Then it's time to leave Benin and cross the border into Togo. Even though we have a couple of stops during the day, we're going to almost cross Togo by this afternoon and finish the day in Lome.
And they're pulling all the net. Okay, we can just stop just 5 minutes.
On the way from our hotel back to Ouidah, we see a fishing net being pulled. Of course we have to ruin the schedule and stop and have a look. 5 minutes only, mind you. The people hauling the net are both fishermen and anyone else they can grab to give them a hand. We're not going to stay here until net actually makes an appearance. We're using the tree here to sort of like a windlass. A few women there, everybody, kids, everybody they can lay their hands on. And so to our first stop of the morning, Kpasse's sacred forest. King Kpasse was the founder of Ouidah in the 14th century, and his spirit persists in this remaining patch of forest as an iroko tree. The forest has 2 sections, one of which everyone can visit with a local guide, and another area that is only open to the voodoo faithful. The public area has statues of voodoo deities to remind you that this is a sacred space. It seems to be a park to commemorate the king who founded Ouidah. And it used to be just the forest park, but with the voodoo festivals, they in 1992 they put the statues in here.
So this is the most popular statue in the entire forest.
Yes. You know, this is the legba. Legba is
The guardian. Horns represent power.
a bad sized millipede. I mean,
There were a lot of these really big millipedes here.
so it's not a foot long, but About 41 virgin girls. Me come to the picture.
This is the
41 virgin girls were
tree that's the reincarnated king. The public can't go beyond this gate. The Ouroboros snake is Ouidah, the rainbow serpent. Back on the road and heading towards the border with Togo, just enjoying the scenery outside the bus window. So we're heading down the main road towards Togo. Today is our last day in Benin. We'll have one day in Togo because the whole country is very small and it only takes 45 minutes to drive across. Very close to the border with Togo now.
Even at the border, there are a lot of different type of people over there. Don't follow anyone.
Yeah, even if they claim they're the police, just refer to it.
We were crossing the border from Peru into Bolivia, and had these dodgy.
Here's the border up here, so camera's got a shot down here. On arrival at the border, I turn the camera off. I want to see what the process is, and I know that filming can be frowned on in these areas. No need to cause unnecessary problems. Once we're through the customs and immigration and into Togo, we head for our next stop, which is to be a voodoo trance dance in one of the villages. This is going to be another event where my audio recording capabilities are not up to the richness of the music. The recording doesn't convey the power of the music and why the dancers would want to give themselves up to that power. draw the attention of the spirits with a bit of gunpowder and smoke. Spirit comes to one of the dancers as she gives herself up to the music. She'll get a companion to look after her. There is a legbo or deity in that white building. All the entranced go in there before returning to the dance. A bit more noise and smoke is needed. Another dancer gives herself up. The woman with the white face and chest is the first woman to give herself up. The white is talcum powder and will keep her cool. A third person gives themselves up. trying to convince the singer to go into a trance as well, but he's resisting. It's been asked that no men become entranced because they're harder to control. They often try to cut or stab themselves with knives. The entranced behave in an uninhibited way, similar to those who are drunk. Then it's time for us to go. Not so much because we're pressed for time, but the dance is entering the warm down phase to allow the dancers to come back into themselves. They don't just stop cold. Stopping cold is regarded as being dangerous. I'm going to leave this video here. It's been long enough already. I hope you enjoyed the experience these people shared with us, and join us in the next somewhat more calm video as we find some lunch and head off to the old capital of Togo, then on to Lome where we'll spend the night.